The horror retrospective show. Horror retrospective show. The horror retrospective show.
Hello, lovelies. I have been asked to talk about my all-time favorite horror film, which would be 1982's Cat People. I think it is an excellent remake. What makes this one so unique to me is the original source material was only very lightly referenced, and the film was just made something completely different and of its own. And this story really speaks to me. I love the dynamic of Irina. She's a young girl who really doesn't know who she is. She's getting to know and discover herself. She's also gone off to New Orleans to meet her biological brother, just also in a sense to know who she is, where she comes from. And there's this sense of alienation, or I guess not really fitting in, that she touches on early in the film. And these are all very relatable topics and themes, even if one has never been an orphan. Just the sense of not really knowing who we are, or just being young and getting to know ourselves for who we are, really developing ourselves as a person and as an individual. And she has double duty here, unfortunately. I also just really love that this is more of a coming of age story, more in the sense that she's coming into her own as a young woman. She also has this sexual awakening, just aspects of herself once again that she really hasn't explored, or really just doesn't have too much familiarity with. And one can say, well, big deal, but I would say, especially for a young woman, from a feminine aspect, knowing oneself, who you are mentally, physically, sexually, it's all very important. These are all factors that draw into who you are as a person, how you carry yourself, the types of persons that you will meet and share experiences with. These are all very much things that Irina has been lacking with. And I love this vulnerability, this honesty in her character, how quickly open she is, and she shares a lot about herself. It's great character development, and it really does play into the story later. Obviously, this is an erotic horror film or a horror thriller, but it's all very interesting and unique. Her journey and how she changes and grows throughout the course of the film. She's not necessarily timid, but she keeps to herself, and she's very well mannered. She's what one would refer to as a nice girl or a sweet girl, and she very much has that girl next door quality about her. And she's also just very lovely. She is very exotic. That also plays into the cat aspect. Of course, she is a shapeshifter, as she later comes to find out. So this also explains why she felt so different or alone in a sense. So we really get to piece together who or what she really is as a person. And in my opinion, the cat aspect, that's more of a metaphor for the woman's feral nature, the divine feminine, if you will. There's always this untamable part or aspect of a woman which you really cannot cage or make docile. It's always just this internal aspect of a woman that really makes her who she is, whether subtle and demure or just very feisty and outgoing. There's always something about a very specific or particular person that just really draws you into them. So it really does touch on so many aspects and experiences that a young person comes to encounter. Not necessarily all people, but it's very well thought out. I think it's an extremely well written film, and it can be broken down in numerous ways, whether you want to look at it analytically or if you just want to look at it for the strength of the story and character development, whether you're studying writing or any other type of literature, or just the whole coming of age aspect. You can even break it down esoterically. I mean, this film is just so rich, and the possibilities are endless, and it's just extremely beautiful and amazing. I can talk about this movie forever, and as I've stated, I've made several videos just looking at numerous aspects of this film. It never ceases to fascinate and amaze and hold my interest. And obviously, it's one of those things that I can continue to come back and analyze and make different videos about. And I hope that people enjoy my analyses, or maybe, agree or disagree, but I challenge you to see something different in this film than just a remake or an erotic thriller or, a werecat film or a monster film. I challenge you to look deeper and actually really see how this film speaks and what it really says. And it's an amazing film, in my opinion. And I will leave you with those thoughts, and I will talk to you later.